decided I wanted to make a big change in my life and try something new. And a friend bought, gardening's very important to me, and a friend bought a book for me, The Secret Gardens of Santa Fe, and another friend happened to give me a pet rooster. And I went to Santa Fe, looked around, looked at property, and then I just happened to stop in a realtor's office. I said, would like to have some chickens, some animals, do some gardening. And they said, the place I recommend is Corrales. So we came out, looked at the property, saw the beautiful mountain view, and I was hooked.
I thought, what have you gotten me into? And, but she always manages to get everything done that she had planned on doing.
When I first saw the lot, it was very dismal, abandoned car. There was a lot of barbed wire and weeds and brush. But when I saw the mountains, I thought I could work with this. And just everything around us, the neighborhood, and just all of the other interesting architecture around here. And I just had a good feeling when I came out here. I knew we could do something with it. And we do love a challenge, and this was a challenge.
It was a challenge. Back in Indiana, we had a lot more rain and things grew, and a lot of people warned us out here, don't expect to have much of a flowers or bushes or trees to grow the way you expect them to grow in Indiana. I said, she proved them wrong. Everybody was surprised. Everybody gives us a thumbs up when they drove by and seen how everything kept getting better and better. And I'm very proud of her, what she can do.
I love the use of the bricks and using natural products, and the fact that it's made out of the earth. And I thought that, plus the sculptural value and everything that you can do with an Adobe that you can't do with a normal stick frame building. And it's just very voluptuous. I love the way it looks and the colors and the way the shadows play off of the Adobe curves, and it's just, you can do a lot of sculptural things with it. And it's definitely not boxy and square.
You don't even have to have the air conditioning on all the time. And it stays warm in the winter, and I just like the walls and everything around. You feel a little safer sometimes to have that out there.
It's peaceful.
Peaceful. I love to sit out on the portal, and it's so quiet in the evening, and hear the crickets and frogs and everything, and just a peaceful place. Very peaceful.
Oh, I'd like to talk about Dwight, but I met him through in a roundabout way with a dating site. We didn't sell our property in Indiana, and I was disappointed. So I just went online and looked up, singles in Corrales, what's happenings in Corrales, and I came across Match.com. So there was someone on Match.com that was building a straw bale house. I really wasn't interested in him, but he was building a straw bale house with another builder. And I came out to talk to him about it. I corresponded from Indiana, and he's the one that introduced me to Dwight. And it was just lucky that Dwight lived just down the street, and he had a vision. I mean, it's like he was reading my mind. And it was so wonderful that we could work with him and didn't have to worry about trying to explain what we wanted. He already knew what we wanted. It was a great, great combination.
Dwight worked with us. Just a lot of builders do not like to work with old things. We brought antique doors, and some of them were over 100 years old from the farm, and we just put them in, and everything just turned out beautifully.
He had already worked with someone that had built a home with an in-law quarters, and luckily they let us use part of their plans, and they allowed us to come in and look at the house so we could. It's hard to look at a sketch and tell what it's going to look like, and when we went in, it was a really nice set up, so Mom would have her private area and I'd have mine, and we just made some changes so it would look different from the outside. So basically, Dwight had everything planned for us. It just sort of fell into place. We started the gardens before the house, actually. The way the walls were set up, that helped us make the decision on where the gardens would be going. Didn't really have a plan as far as that went. The soil was the worst thing in the world. I've never seen anything like it. It was caliche, and a tractor couldn't get through it with a disc. So we knew, I thought, I bit off more than I could chew, Mom and I. But we just did small portions, and one of the neighbors came and disked and helped us, and people would bring llama manure and just a lot of greenery and things that we would incorporate into the soil. And then we started seeing a few things growing, and it was pretty encouraging. Then coffee grounds, and we started seeing some progress, which it encouraged us.
And I remember, I think I sifted half an acre. She would bring me wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow, and I said, "You brought me rocks this time." She said, "No, Mom, that's dirt." And I would throw it, and I said, "It is dirt. I can't believe the ground's this hard." And we had some wonderful neighbors. They would be driving by and bring us a lilac bush. They said, "Oh, we're going to see something beautiful around here." They couldn't wait until we got everything going, and we had a garden tour, and over 1,000 people, and they were amazed at what we had done to this land, and they were very pleased. They said they're going to miss us.
Well, we had Willie the Wonder Rooster that brought us here, because any place that I was looking, they wouldn't allow roosters. My friend gave me the rooster while I was still in Indiana. And I always liked chickens. I just thought they're, comical little animals, they'd make great pets. And plus I loved the creativity that could go into it, building the structure. And, I had chicken carvings that we brought from Indiana, and it was, just kind of evolved from that. Started a small little chicken house, and then it just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Might have been from Grandma and Grandpa. They always had chickens, and she was always around them. And she had a nurse's kit, and she would go around, and the chickens thought they were going to have their temperature taken. And she would go around and take care of some that were sick and nurse them back to health. Give them plenty of water and extra feed, and let them sit in her lap, and now she's doing it here.
Well, my favorite place is the portal, because my first thing is, I'm a morning person. I love to get up and have my first cup of coffee and look at the mountains and see them. And then in the evening, it's nice to go out also, because the colors of the mountains change. So it's nice after a long day of working or doing creating, to go relax and just appreciate the peacefulness of the Sandia Mountains.
Now, my favorite place is the patio. It's shady, and I love to go out there and have my cup of coffee, and we can cook out there, and it's just real peaceful. And we noticed a lot of the people that come here, that seems to be one of the big gathering places. And even when we had the flower show tour, everybody was back there. You couldn't hardly stir them with a stick. And they said, "This is the most peaceful place." And that's why I like that out there.
Oh, the retro kitchen with the old appliances and just the vintage sink and everything. It's just a nice cozy place to go cook and sit and drink wine with friends. And I think that's my favorite place. There's so many places around here, but I think that is my favorite.
Well, one of mine is my kitchen. A lot of times Betty said, "Don't bake any cookies. I don't want to put on any weight or anything." But I can sneak out there and close the door and bake cookies, and I hide them sometimes so she doesn't find them. And And I like my little patio. You sit out there, it's very peaceful, and I can even hear the neighbors' chickens, and just kind of a soothing place to be.
We went to visit some friends in North Carolina, and when we moved out here, we didn't know anyone. So it was kind of an adventure, but it's a little tough when you come out and not know a soul, not know anything about the area. But we've been out here for 8 years, and I realized I kind of missed our friends. And everyone's on the East Coast, and they're in Florida, North Carolina, and when we went, we had such a great time, and I thought, I love this place, but it's time to scale down a little bit and go try something new while we still can. No, I do like the fact that we are going to be close to the ocean. Not on the ocean because of the hurricanes, but it's nice to be about 10 minutes away and try a new type of construction. We're going to go with a structural insulated panels, which is, I think, North Carolina's version of Adobe out here. It won't be as interesting as Adobe. We're never going to have a house we love as much as this, but the fact that we're going to be close to friends, the ocean, a whole new atmosphere, we just wanted to do something different while we're still able to do it.
And we have friends there that have a sailboat. I cannot wait to get on it and be really a different adventure. I said at my age, I'm learning a lot of different things. I said, to live with her is an adventure. She's always got something else coming up, something different. And I think that's what keeps me happy, and I think I'm the happiest I've ever been living out here.